Hey guys, what's up? It's your pal Ben here from Twig Cycles out of Hagerstown, Maryland. And today I'm sitting in a 2023 Kawasaki PRO-FXT EPS edition that we actually outfitted with some pretty cool Kawasaki accessories, plus some wheels and tires that I think are pretty sweet. So yes, this is in fact a 2023 model. Kawasaki has pretty much called it quits on some of the 2022 models and have started shipping out the 23s, which is pretty cool. So we're pretty excited to get this. This was a little bit of a surprise. Most of our FXTs have been only coming in by special order. We got this one as a freebie. It's available, it's ready to rock and roll, got some accessories on it. So I wanted to take an opportunity here to do a quick walk around because obviously not very many people out there have had the chance to see these things in person. So let's get our hands dirty here and let's check it out. All right, guys, so again, we have a 2023 Kawasaki PRO-FXT EPS edition right behind me. And quite honestly, if you want my personal opinion, having been around these machines and personally have used these machines, you're not going to convince me otherwise that there is a tougher, more work-oriented, utility-oriented side-by-side on the market. You're just not going to convince me otherwise. I've been around these machines. I've used them. I've had the opportunity to take them out on trails, even though this isn't really a trail machine. I've had the opportunity to use these and you know, get to know them, and Kawasaki knocked it out of the park with work in mind, utility in mind, reliability in mind. All those three aspects make a phenomenal utility side by side. Now, if you're thinking, well, what about the Ranger? Yes, the Ranger is a great machine from Polaris. We sell many of the Polaris Rangers. The Ranger, however, has a little bit of the work and play aspect in mind. That's great. If you are looking for a machine that you can use around the farm and maybe take to the Hatfield McCoy trails and go, you know, have fun and blast through the mud pits and stuff like that, the Ranger is a phenomenal machine. Has, like I say, it's got the work and the play aspect down to the T. But if you're looking for something that's going to be great on the construction site, the farm, the ranch, something with a lot of low-end brunt, a lot of low-end torque, you need to check out the PRO-FXT 100%. Again, you're not going to convince me otherwise. There is a tougher machine out there than the Kawasaki. So let's check it out and we'll see why. So we added the windshield. We added the 4,500-pound Kawasaki worn steel winch. And we also added some really cool wheels and tires. We decided this time, we finally had these bronze raceline rims in stock that we wanted to outfit something with, and we were just waiting for the right machine. We thought the white and black really is a cool paint scheme, so we went ahead and threw on the bronze raceline rims with the Bucksnort tires. Get the really cool deer tracks here in the middle, so that's pretty cool. For all you guys looking for something to use for hunting, it's pretty sweet. Little deer track tires, that's awesome. Nice beefy, nice good tread on those things, so that's really cool. But anyway, does not come standard with a windshield, and this does not come standard with a winch. We outfitted that stuff. This does come outfitted with the front bumper, however, which I think is noteworthy. I think if you're going to be purchasing a utility side-by-side, common sense would tell you that I need a front brush guard on this machine or I'm going to beat the heck out of it. So that was pretty cool. Again, this is a base model, basically a PRO-FXT. So if you were to do the upgraded PRO-FXT, you would actually get one set of halogen headlights and one set of LED headlights. This just has little block out plates up there that you can actually get the LEDs if you want as an added accessory. Working our way around. The reason they call this the PRO-FXT, T stands for transforming. So you can actually, and I'll try and show you here, you can actually transform the rear bed and the rear seat into an elongated bed. So you see, if we look back here, your bed goes the whole way from there, the whole way up here. But your bed is enormous. It goes the whole way up here underneath the passenger seat, and I'll show you here after a bit what it looks like with the passenger seat folded down. It's really simple, actually. Tons of space. If you're looking to fit, this is actually a 6-passenger machine. So if you're looking to fit 6 people in a utility side-by-side, honestly, I think as far as cabin space, this has probably the most room out of any side-by-side we sell. This, for some reason, to me, being a 6-foot tall, 220-pound guy, I truly feel if you're taking your buddies hunting, or if you're using this on a construction site and you need to fit some men in here and take it to from point A to point B or whatever, you can actually do that. It has a ton of space. You can obviously see we have a lot of headroom, a lot of leg room. I will say this does not come with an adjustable seat, but you do have an adjustable steering wheel, which is important. So that's pretty cool. You're gonna have a lot of different people driving this. So the adjustable steering wheel is very nice. Pretty basic A-arm setup right there, nothing crazy. This isn't a sport side-by-side, so it doesn't have any kind of crazy Fox podium shocks or anything like that. Just have a nice set of beefy shocks the whole way around, and basic A-arm, the whole 9 yards. Full-size trailer hitch right there, which is nice. This has a 2,000-pound towing capacity. It's a 2,000-pound towing capacity. And yep, so pretty cool there. There's pretty much the back of the machine. And working our way around here. And this is also really cool. All of the Pro Series machines all come with this headache rack, which you can actually outfit with different accessories. I think Kawasaki or somebody, I can't remember who it is, but there's some different clip-on type accessories that you can get, like if you want to stack up a shovel or saw or what have you. Obviously all these little, let me pan down here real quick. All these little rails have, these are metal rails too. So all these serve a purpose for accessories and stuff like that. Something else that I think is really, really important. This is a true steel bed. This is not plastic. Now up around here, that is plastic, but to me, if you're gonna have a utility machine, this is one of the things that really sticks out to me. If you're gonna have a utility machine, what's better than a steel bed? You're gonna be beating the crap out of this machine, throwing mulch and dirt and rocks and bricks and all kinds of crap in the back of here. So why not have a true sturdy steel bed? That to me just makes sense. Obviously having true metal side rails the whole way around is really cool. So working our way around, a nice shot of those rims there again. Your gas tank is right up here. Battery's actually right behind this panel. Okay, it's just 2 clips to pop that panel off. Your battery's right underneath there. As far as your gas tank goes, these have a 7.2 gallon tank. I'm sorry, 7.9 gallon tank. So that's pretty cool. So why do I think this is one of the toughest machines out there you can possibly buy? So if we get into kind of the nitty gritty, number one, front bumper on the front. That's obviously common sense. On a utility machine, why not have a front brush guard? So right out of the package on this base model, power steering Pro-FXT, you're getting the front brush guard. If you look up underneath here, metal wheel wells, not plastic. It just makes sense. Metal wheel wells. So on the chance that you are getting into some rocky territory, you don't have to worry about rocks or sticks or anything getting shoved up through the plastic wheel well. So a nice little added feature right there. Again, something that just, to me, for a utility machine, it makes sense. Kawasaki, again, keeping work and utility in mind there with that addition. If we work our way here to the back, I already mentioned this, but we do have a full-size trailer hitch, which has a rated 2,000-pound towing capacity. Overall load capacity on this, so when I say load, I mean payload. So overall what you can haul with this is right around 1,600 pounds. And again, as far as your bed goes, which as I had mentioned, just showed you, is a steel bed, you have a 1,000-pound cargo bed capacity. So that's what you can haul in the bed. Overall payload is 1,600 pounds. Okay. Something else that's really nice, bench seats. In a utility machine, you're gonna be sliding in and out of these things a lot. So bench seats, the doors, I will say, are plastic, not a big kicker for me. That doesn't bother me personally, might for some. I'm not picky. Doors swing open nice and wide. They're nice and light, so they swing open nice and quick. You can slide on in and nothing's gonna, catch your jeans or anything like that. Slide right on in. Same thing in the back here. The back seat is raised up a little bit so your passengers can see up over the driver and everybody up front. Nice little grab handle up here. And we have seat belts for all 6 passengers. And I'm just gonna note one more time because I think this is really noteworthy. You have a true steel cargo bed, which I think if you're gonna have a utility machine, why not have something that's gonna be able to put up with getting the heck beat out of it. You know what I mean? So this thing is meant to haul. This is meant to carry, it's meant to tow. It's meant to carry passengers, haul the trailer, haul bales of hay, that kind of thing. So again, Kawasaki keeping work and utility in mind, really important right there. 3-year warranty from Kawasaki on these things. 3-year warranty right out of the box. That to me says, you know, Kawasaki, hey, we're standing next to this machine. We believe in it, and it's strong, it's tried and true. And I think for Kawasaki to stand up for the machine and say, hey, here's 3 years warranty right out of the box, I think that's pretty noteworthy. So now it's going to take me a little bit, but I'm going to show you how to transform the rear seat into the elongated bed. Okay. So what you're gonna do first, you're gonna open up your left-hand side door. Okay, and you'll see that latch right there. We're gonna lift that latch up, just like so. You can leave that door open. It's probably gonna wanna shut on its own. We're gonna walk to the other side. Open this door. We're gonna lift this latch up, just like so. Let me adjust the camera, and you'll see this actually all flips forward. Just like so. And you can actually start to expose a little bit of the bed. Next step, you'll see these rails right here. You're gonna pop these up, just like so. Flip them the whole way up so they're out of the way. We're gonna go to the other side and do the same thing. Flip that up. Now, if you're doing this with one person, reach way forward and just push from the center. That way it goes in evenly. And you'll see all this starts to push forward. Okay, now I'm gonna step on this side just so you guys can see. We're starting to see more and more of the bed right there, seeing more of the bed. I'm gonna go to the other side here. Pull that in evenly, just like so. Flip that arm down. Just like that. You're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Or on this side, I just latched that arm down. I'm also gonna go ahead and latch this guy up right there too. If we take a step back here, you can see that is pretty much what the machine looks like with the elongated bed. Now, if you have the bed in this position, Kawasaki, again, kind of thinking ahead there, you do have to flip the roof up. Just like so. Because otherwise, if you try to lift the bed, your headache rack would end up running into the roof. Now, my advice here, if you're going to be operating this machine majority of the time with only 3 people, 2 people, 1 person in the front, and you're gonna be using it with the elongated bed, go ahead and just leave that up the whole time. You don't have to worry about folding that up and down and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's kind of like a Jeep, you know, if you want a little bit of sun in the front, just, you know, pop the little front canopy off and just leave it off. Kind of same thing here. You just popping that rear canopy up and just leave it like it is. You can drive around with it. Just make sure you're not going through any low clearance, you know, garage or anything and clip the top off. I'm going to go ahead and lift the bed up, show you how that works. So same thing here. You got to lift those latches up, just like that. Go to the other side. All right. Kawasaki gives you a little lift point right there, and there is a hydraulic assistant underneath. Just lift that straight up, just like that. And there you can see the bed. So I'll back up so you guys can kind of see what it looks like with the bed up. And you can kind of see there's a little hydraulic arm underneath there helping you to lift it up. Something else that I think is pretty nice, Kawasaki does have a push button bed lift that you can get for these, so that makes things a lot easier. So we're gonna sneak in here and get a glimpse of this 3-cylinder. This is the first I'm telling you about this. So this is a 3-cylinder 812cc fuel injected liquid cooled engine. So that's what really makes this thing torquey. Now something that will surprise you a little bit, the torque on this is pretty favorable. So it's based at 48 foot-pounds of torque. And believe it or not, it's right around 47 horsepower. You would think for an 800cc 3-cylinder, this would have a lot more horsepower than it does. Honestly, in my opinion, with this particular machine, horsepower is not my focal point. I'm more worried about the low-end torque, which is exactly what this has. a lot of low end torque, a lot of low end torque. You put this thing in 4-wheel drive, put it up in low, this thing has a lot of low end torque, so you're gonna be able to pull, haul, you know, anything you really want to put this thing through, you can do. But again, it's a 3-cylinder 812cc fuel injected liquid cooled engine. So and it is belt drive. So we're gonna hop inside here and just kind of take a look at some of the inner workings here. This does not have a park position on your gear shift here. You do have an e-brake, which is positioned right here on the left hand side. Again, your adjustable steering wheel, which is nice to have. Your key goes right up here in the center. Okay, and then right up here you can see we have our differential lock, 4-wheel drive and 2-wheel drive actuator, and then our outer set of headlights. And then this is obviously where the inner set would go. If you decide to get the LED Kawasaki additional headlights, you can do that. This little knob here is actually the arm plug, I'm sorry, the winch plug. So this actually has, if I were to open up the glove box, they have the winch remote, so you can operate the winch from outside of the machine. So that's pretty neat. Just pretty much plug that controller right in there. Your keys right here. And then as you can see, we have low, high, neutral, and reverse. Got a nice little cargo spot right there. Your display just essentially just shows the basics, nothing crazy. So we have our fuel gauge. We have the odometer. We have an hour meter on there. We have our clock, which it looks like the clock needs set. But you have your 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and differential lock indicator on there. So if I lock it in 4-wheel drive, probably won't do anything right now since we're sitting still. Oh yeah, there it did. And then differential lock. So nothing happened there, probably because we're sitting still. Obviously I don't have the machine turned on, but no big deal. And then 3 more block out plates if you want to add some more accessories. Down here we have dual set of 12-volt accessory outlets. Actually, yeah, 12-volt accessory outlet. And then over here you have your glove box, which is pretty cool. If we look down, we actually have some holes in the floor here, just kind of spread throughout. Those are for if you get water in the floor. So if you're crossing a creek from one pasture to the other or anything like that, this has holes in the floor that the water will seep through, so you're not getting flooded or anything in here. So, and then on this accessory Kawasaki windshield we outfitted, this does have the vents in it, which is pretty cool. So it's got the vents right there, and then right up top here as well. So pretty neat. I do think it's pretty cool that they outfitted this with 4-wheel drive and differential lock. I think on a utility machine of this nature, I think it's important to be able to lock it in full differential lock if you're towing something heavy or if you're really stuck somewhere. 4-wheel drive might not always be the option, because all that's going to do is essentially operate whatever wheel is slipping. So being able to lock it in full diff is pretty cool. It's definitely going to come in handy for sure. So hopped out of the cab here. Pulled the front seat off, and you can actually see we have a little 20-pound storage box. This essentially just exposes all the inner workings underneath here, so your drive line and all that fun stuff. And then over there's your gas tank. And that is pretty much the lowdown on the Kawasaki PRO-FXT. Again, just to kind of summarize a few things, this is a 3-cylinder 812cc fuel injected liquid cooled engine. Backed by Kawasaki's 3-year warranty. This has right around 48 foot-pounds of torque, roughly 47 horsepower. As far as the towing capacity goes on this, you do have a full-size hitch receiver on the back, so towing capacity is right around 2,000 pounds. An overall payload capacity of, we'll say 1,600 pounds, if I'm rounding, about 1,600 pounds. 1,000-pound bed capacity. And as I had mentioned and showed off, this does come outfitted with a steel bed. That's a Kawasaki thing. Most of the Kawasaki side-by-sides come outfitted with a steel bed, which I think is noteworthy for a utility machine. It's just common sense, kind of one of those things. Nice, supportive suspension, basic A-arm setup. It's going to be able to haul and tow whatever you need it to. Again, it is liquid cooled. I'm just trying to think of some things that maybe I missed. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, differential lock, again there, common sense, why not have it? And then I also think, just small things, I think it's nice that they outfitted this with metal wheel wells. In my opinion, there's not a tougher utility oriented side-by-side out there on the market. As far as accessories go, there's a whole line of Kawasaki accessories on these. You can pretty much completely enclose the whole machine. If you want to do a hard cab setup, a soft cab setup, you can do that. You can get heat for these. There's no AC unit available that I know of. especially from the factory. They just don't offer the air conditioned, but that's why we outfitted the windshield with the vents, you know, or stick your head out the window or something like that. But heat you can get, and that is an in-dash unit. So it's not just a 12-volt accessory plug-in heater. It's a true Kawasaki accessory you can purchase for these, and there's a lot of aftermarket accessories out there available for it too. So it has a lot of, it's kind of like Polaris. They have a huge, there's a plethora of accessories you can buy for these, both from the factory, from Kawasaki, and from the aftermarket world as well. As always, guys, I appreciate you for watching my video here. I do hope this was helpful to an extent. If you guys are thinking about purchasing a Kawasaki Pro-FXT, if you're looking, I'll put it to you this way, if you're looking for something that's reliable, that has work in mind and utility in mind, and something that's also quiet, this is a phenomenal machine. I truly don't think you can go wrong with this whatsoever. Now, I will say again, just at the end of my video here, if you're looking for something that's going to go, you know, railing through the trails, you know, if you're looking for something with 80, 88 horsepower, the Polaris might be the way to go. And I will mention that. I'm just being completely upfront and honest with you, just like I tell people here in the store. You know, every manufacturer has something to offer. You know, are you going to take a Kawasaki Mule, him hauling down the trail like you do a Polaris Razor? Nope, it's not the machine for you. Are you going to use a Polaris Razor for pulling tree trunks out and setting fences up and spraying, you know, pesticide and stuff like that? No, the Kawasaki's the machine for you. You know, if you guys have any questions, you can always give me a call at 301-739-2773. Our store is based here in Hagerstown, Maryland. Our address is 200 South Edgewood Drive. And as always, you can always leave me a message on YouTube. I try to answer the questions as often as I can. But please leave your question or comment in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. And I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching.